We are in a summer of strikes. There are a whole lot of Americans who are on the picket lines right now. There's one big strike at UPS that was averted. American Airlines pilots have voted overwhelmingly to authorize a strike if they don't come to a deal with the airline. Where are we right now, in your opinion, with labor in America?
Well, I think what's going on now, Ali, is that workers are catching on to the fact that in America, we see an unprecedented level of corporate greed. In company after company, we're seeing record-breaking profits. We're seeing more income and wealth inequality than we've ever seen in the history of this country. And yet today, the average American worker in real inflation accounted for dollars actually is earning less than he or she did 50 years ago. So workers are saying, you know what? Hey, maybe in this economy, we deserve a fair shake, and we're going to stand up and fight for it. And I think what the Teamsters did in their contract negotiations with UPS, great step forward. They stood up. They were prepared to strike. They told UPS, which is making billions of profits, you know what, treat us like good, decent human beings. And that's what ended up happening. They won that conflict. And we've got to see that all over the country. People are catching on that the inflation that we have gone through really had not all that much to do with the war in Ukraine or broken supply chains. It had to do with the fact that corporation after corporation, whether it's the oil industry, whether it's the food industry, whether it's those people who own large amounts of housing, raising their prices and making huge amounts of money. So I think workers are organizing. They want to join unions. When they're in a union, they're fighting for a decent contract, and that's the right thing to do. And what I would say to you, Ali, in terms of the campaign that's coming, we've got to ask ourselves a very simple question. How does it happen that somebody like Donald Trump, who has been impeached twice, indicted 4 times, is a pathological liar, and I think most Americans understand is corrupt? You know what? He's running even to Biden in the polls. Mm-hmm. What's that about?
What is
and
that
what's
about?
that about? What's that about, to my mind, is you got millions of working class people out there who say, you know, I understand Trump is a phony, but he claims at least to be standing for us. Who cares about us? And what we have got to do, what the Democrats have got to do, is begin to engage in class politics, to understand that we've been in a class war now for decades, and the wrong class is winning. And they got to be clear in standing up for the working class of this country, raising the minimum wage, passing labor law legislation, making it easier for workers to join unions, reforming our healthcare system so that we move to a universal healthcare system, not have 85 million uninsured or underinsured, substantially lower the cost of prescription drugs, build the affordable housing that we need. We need to start standing up for the working class, not just the big campaign contributors and the 1%.